There are various ways of transferring data, such as files and folders, from one computer to the other. One of them is using something like this, flash disk. You can use a flash disk. Let's say you copy from this computer and copy it and paste it here, or you can do the other way around, from here to here. There's also another way of maybe sending through the network like SSH. But for this video, I want to show you how to transfer files from these two computers using an Ethernet cable. Also, we are transferring files from two different operating systems. So I have Linux Mint, then I have Windows 10. This is going to be a very interesting tutorial, so stay tuned till the end to find out. So, first things first, of course, ensure you connect both ends of the Ethernet cable. This RJ45 on both ends. So RJ45 enters here on this Linux machine. Then it enters here for the Windows computer. So insert the other end of the Ethernet RJ45 into there. Yes. So now they're connected. You can see it's now blinking, but they are not connected yet. So it's also blinking here. So it means it's the only thing remaining now is to just configure the IP addresses and set things up to running. So let's go. So the next step is to assign static IP addresses to both computers. So the reason we assign static IP addresses is because we are not using a router or a DHCP server. We are just connecting the Ethernet cables. So, and they can communicate only using the IP addresses. So we have to assign static IP addresses. So let's start with this Linux Mint. So to do that, I want us to use the terminal for the Linux part, and for the Windows we'll use the GUI as usual. So Control-Alt-T to open the terminal, and we are using this nmcli. nmcli is part of Network Manager. So if you haven't installed it yet, you just installed it by sudo apt install network manager. I don't have internet, but I've already installed it. So Network Manager is already in the newest version. So Network Manager comes with nmcli, which we are going to use it. So now nmcli tells us all the connections that we have. nmcli device status. So you can see we have device type, state, connection. So this is our Ethernet, but it says it's unavailable. So we need to connect it. So to do that, we just connect it like this: sudo nmcli device connect, and then this one enp. So enp, yeah, enp, and then you press the tab key to complete, to autocomplete, and let's see if it connects. Error, failed to add or activate connection is not available on device because device has no carrier. I was getting this error because I had turned off my Windows computer. I had forgotten that the Ethernet need both devices to be on so that it can connect. So I have done so and run the command once again, and now we see it's disconnected. So the next thing is to just connect it. So just a sudo nmcli device connect enp. So let's see if it connects. So as you can see here, it's loading, it's trying to connect. Let's see if it connects. Requesting an Ethernet network IP address. So it's requesting an IP address. So let's assign them static IP addresses. So let's check first. So we can see our connections. Ignore all these other hotspots like this and this one. So we are focused on this one. This is our Ethernet, and so we need to give it a static IP address. So to do that, we use our sudo nmcli connection modify. Then we want to modify what? This one. So as I told you earlier, you just say en and then press tab key to autocomplete. Then forward slash. This tells our terminal that it moves to the next line. So we can just press enter and proceed from the next line. The next line is IPv4. We want to change the IPv4 method to what? We want to change it to manual forward slash. Now this is where we enter our address, IPv4.address. And what address do we give it? So let's give it 192.168.50.1/24, then forward, then it moves to the next line. So in this one, the DNS and the gateway, we just leave it blank. So IPv4.dns, we just leave it blank. So forward slash again, IPv4.gateway, we leave it blank again. Then press enter. Then we enter our password. You can see it's not up already, so we need to connect it. So to connect, we just sudo nmcli connection app enp. Connection successfully activated. So let's see our IP address once again. So you can see here we have our IP address. Our IP address has been activated. Let's check again nmcli device. Let's check again. So let's clear. So nmcli device status, and we can see it's now connected. So it's now connected on our Linux machine. We now need to move to our Windows machine to complete everything. So first of all, IP address show enp. So we can see here it's now our IP address that we set up is up and running. So let's now move to our Windows machine and set up everything there. So we are now on our Windows computer, and when we check here on the internet, we realize there is an unidentified network. We have set the IP address on the Linux computer, so we need to give this one also a static IP address. So to do that, just go to network settings. We just go to settings. So you can go direct to Ethernet. I like typing it to save time, but you usually go to settings. So settings, then you go to network and internet, then you go to Ethernet, then here is this. So you go to change adapter options, then you go to this one, Ethernet. This is our Ethernet and identify network. This is the one we have connected. Then go to properties, then check for IPv4, this one, Internet Protocol version 4, double click, then change here to the IP address to be on the same, so that they can see each other. So let's change our IP address to 192.168.50.2. The other one was .1, so the Linux one was .1, so this one is .2. Subnet mask, we leave it that way. Default gateway, we leave it empty, and all these we leave them empty, and we press OK. So OK. So let's see if these two devices can communicate. Let's open our CMD. So CMD, let's ping it to see if those two devices can see each other. So ping, let's ping the other machine. So ping 192.168.50 50.1. We are on Windows right now, so we are pinging the Linux, which is .1. So let's see if their packets dropped. So let's see if it sends 0% loss. Wow, so now it's communicating. So we are now good to go. We are now ready to move to the next step. So it means it's working perfectly fine. So we have just seen from the Windows computer that they can both communicate with our Linux machine. Can even ping it here again on our Linux machine. So going to ping 192.168.50.2. This one is for Windows. .2 is for Windows. So let's see. Linux doesn't stop, so we need to stop it with Control C. And let's see, 0% packet loss. So they are communicating quite well. So they're communicating loud and clear. So now the next thing, let's install Samba. Samba is the best files from both Linux and Windows. So let's go right away and install Samba. So sudo apt update your password. Samba is installed. So let's clear. So let's check the status of our Samba. Sudo. So systemctl status smbd, and here we see it's enabled. So we are ready to move to the next step. So the next step is easy peasy, is to create a folder that we will share. File share. Let me just say file share 32. So make directory file share 32 ls. So this is the folder we are going to share. File share 32. Yeah. So this step is done. We move to the next step. The next step is configuring Samba. To configure Samba, you just say, so we just created a folder called file share 32, and we want to create a file into it. So let's quickly create a file into it. Hello Windows. This is Linux. Home. We want to copy to home file share. We want to copy to file share. File share 32 slash. Which file do we call it? Let's call it test 123. And when we move to the file share 32 ls, you see we have test 123, and so or we can even just view it from here. Let's do it like nuts. You can do it this the easy way or the hard way. So cut, we need to add a tilde there, file share 32 slash test 123, and here it is. It says hello Windows, this is Linux. So let's clear, and now let's set up our Samba now. So to set up our Samba, we say sudo vim /etc /samba /smb.conf, enter our password, and here we have our SMB. We need to change it now. Now we need to save it, so press escape. So we have changed our configuration file of Samba. So finally we are at our Windows computer, and let's move to CMD first to check if both of them are still working, if both of them are still communicating. So ping 192.168.50.1. This is Linux. Linux is this IP address, the static IP address that we set. So we are pinging it to see if they can still communicate. and we can see they are still communicating, so it means we are good. So we can exit it. So 192.168, so file share 32, enter. So username is Patrick and password is 1234567 8, and there we have it, test 123. So here it is. After this, you can now copy it. So you can copy and then you paste it. So let's paste it somewhere here. So you can paste it, paste, and you have transferred a file all the way from Linux to your Windows. So you can double click it right here on Windows. Let's open it with Notepad, and here we have it. We have transferred a file. We can even add another file on our Linux machine, and we can transfer it just like that. So that's basically how to transfer your file all the way from Linux to Windows. You can even transfer the same file from Windows to Linux using the same route. So this is basically it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if there's anything I left out, and let me know in the comments which tutorial would you like to see next. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.